Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. If you have a mental health episode, you still owe the people you exploded on an apology. You still did it. People are also allowed to be done with you whenever they want. They don't owe you endless patience while you refuse to find help and treatment for your mental health, then make up excuses every step of the way. It is possible to control outbursts when it comes to the majority of mental illnesses. Sincerely, someone with untreated BPD who recognizes the severity of my actions. Edit: if you suffer from mental illness that is difficult to control, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Most health departments offer low to no cost behavioral health treatment. Find your triggers and learn to recognize your warning signs. Be assertive when you know you're getting overwhelmed so you can leave a situation. And don't forget to forgive yourself. This is the most important part. We are human and we fuck up regardless of the status of our mental health. Everyone has their own issues and struggles. Self-help books and videos are easy to find and help out so much if you're unable to get access to therapy. Agree wholeheartedly. Mental illness does not equals a get-out-of-jail-free card. As someone with Asperger's, I do my best to try to understand if I make people upset. At the same time, unless you let me know that I upset you, you can't expect me to come to this conclusion on my own and apologize when I literally can't tell if I made you upset or not most of the time. My sister had a drunken breakdown a few weeks ago. She is also one of my best friends. She decided that she was just going to get drunk and treat me like absolute shit. She owes me an apology. Well, I understand what she's going through, but that's still no excuse for that behavior. Agree completely. I actually walked out on a friend that was just making excuses, used me emotionally and refused to see a therapist to help with her issues. I stuck around for years, but 2 years ago I just broke and had to get it. I talked to a psychologist first, because all of this messed me up as well, and he also told me to cut her off was the entirely right decision. I think that depends on the severity of the mental health condition. I mean, yes, absolutely, if a person still has a sense of awareness and self-control, they should apologize. Their condition doesn't automatically excuse everything they do. But some people really are far gone in their mind. Some people are in a constant state of excited delirium, and really can't control what they say or do. That's a pretty sad point to reach. But in some cases, it happens. So for them to apologize would be kinda weird. Agreed 100%. Mental illness and addiction is rampant in my family, and I've cut off 2 siblings already because of the terrible things they've done during a psychotic or alcoholic episode. People say you have to put up with it because family. No. What does blood mean to me if all they do is cause turmoil in your life? Some people do nothing but take, and never give anything back in return, not even gratitude, and then hide behind the facade of mental illness or disease. It's not your responsibility to fix someone else, and you can only do so much for someone until you realize they're sucking the life out of you too. Cut off people who aren't sorry for hurting you. They'd be just as selfish if they were neurotypical. I agree, and I did. They said it wasn't necessary, but it felt lighter on myself. I have bipolar disorder and I agree with this completely. Holding myself accountable is one of the main things that has helped me get my mental health under control. Well said. I had a friend for 20 years who was diagnosed with bipolar. She was always doing nasty things and exploding at me for no reason. She would blame her bipolar. My mother has narcissistic personality disorder and my youngest brother has bipolar too, so I would always be patient and forgive her. She never apologized. I finally cut her off in 2017. I am under no obligation to accept abuse. I think having abusive parents has made it difficult for me to set clear boundaries early on, but I'm working on it. I have Graves' disease, which can lead to episodes of rage, and I had the same issue with high doses of steroids, but I would apologize. My mental episodes involve me isolating myself, thankfully. Unpopular, but perhaps true. Lost a good friend this way. We haven't spoken in almost 2 years. I had a friend that I considered to be my best friend really up until high school. I knew that he had mental health issues. He was always snotty and stuck up towards me, acting like he is better than me. He would always complain about things and say things about himself that were negative about his body image. Everyone told him that it's not true and that we cared about him. It just got to the point that he was a jerk to people all the time, even someone that had been friends with him for over 6 years. I entirely agree with this statement. Not that mental health isn't an issue, but it doesn't make it okay to just be a jerk to everyone, whether it's caused by it or not. Edit: I just had this thought after posting this. My girlfriend has anxiety and other similar mental health issues. I don't hold anything against her because she accepts that it's a problem and has gotten help. It's not at all that I hold something against anybody with mental health issues, it's that people just need to seek help when they can.